Hi everyone, my name is Ian Lynch and I'm a proud member of the Canadian Kennel Club. Today it is a real pleasure here to be speaking with the new Zone Director, a member of the Board of Directors for Zone 12, BC Interior and Yukon. It's Tammy Luethje. Welcome, Tammy.
Hi, thank you, Ian.
Thanks so much for being here with us today. Tammy, take us way back to the start. How did you get involved in dogs?
Well, it's a generational curse, if you want to call it that. My mom showed dogs, and my great grandmother showed dogs in the UK. So it's something that's been passed down for generations and generations. My mom was a life member of CKC, and um, my very first dog show was at the age of 5, and she had a little poodle that she used to do obedience with at first, and then she switched over to conformation, and that's kind of where my passion has stayed for 50 something years now.
That's amazing. I'm so jealous because I don't have dog parents. And I always thought it'd be so great to have parents that were like, yeah, you need another dog. Definitely get another dog. Let's do it. Let's go. Let's bring it
Yeah,
in.
I've
How
had so many breeds, and that I've got to experience so many different things because of my mom, and I'm really grateful for that. We've traveled the world together to different dog shows, and it was really she's passed on now, but it's something that I hold very dear to my heart, and think of as being very special because, like you said, a lot of people don't get to experience that.
it is, it's super special. And Tammy, how are you involved with dogs today? What are you active in? What breeds do you have?
Well, right now, so as I mentioned, my mom passed away. She passed away in 2018. She had Alzheimer's, unfortunately, and we lost her in 2018. And just prior to that, probably in the early 2000s, her and I had gotten involved in Chihuahuas together, and we're starting to breed them and establish a line of our own and everything. And then when she got sick, we took a pause from dogs and took a break altogether. So after she passed away, I got back in and I thought, oh, maybe I'll try Pekingese and maybe I'll try Labs. And there was a couple of different breeds that my husband and I tried, and they just weren't quite the fit. So I decided to go back to Chihuahuas, and that's currently what I have. I have actually I've got a girl here that's due any minute, and then I've just got a new Borzoi puppy that's 8 months old, and I'm going to go try lure coursing and some racing stuff with her next year, or well, when she's ready. Sorry.
When she's ready. Exactly. And you're like me though. It makes no sense where none of the dogs breeds that I like look alike at all. It's kind of a real smorgasbord or a motley crew.
Yeah, we've been all over the board. And I mean, originally I started when I kind of set out on my own after juniors as a kid. I had Springer Spaniels for probably 20-ish years. And then shortly after that, I got into Min Pins, and same thing, probably had them for about 10 or so years as well. And then my mom got hooked up with a Chihuahua one day, and that was it. We just fell head over heels with the breed and their versatility and their character, and I've kind of stuck with them since. So
That's wonderful. And my condolences towards your mother. I'm sorry to
thank
hear
you.
that. And I know that she's shining on you and especially all your endeavors and especially your new position here. Can you tell us about your region that you're covering? You're covering BC, Interior, and Yukon. Where do you live?
I am actually really remote as far as BC itself goes. So I'm about a 2-day drive from Vancouver. I'm right on the west coast on the Pacific Ocean in a little town called Kitimat. My husband, we've lived here for 20 something years now. He works at for a company called Rio Tinto in town, and so I'm really quite remote. And when I decided to run for director, that was kind of one of the things I played back and forth with because I'm so far away. But in today's new age technology, the encouragement that I got to run was they said it doesn't matter where you live anymore. So our region is fairly large. As I said, it takes me 2 days to get to the lower part of my region, and then another 2 days to get to the Yukon in the upper part of the region. So it's fairly expanse, and But there's a lot of good people here, a lot of people I've known most of my life, and some really good representatives for purebred dogs.
That's wonderful. Now, when it comes to owning dogs, as you know, a dog show person or even a dog owner in general, what are the advantages to living in your region and what are some challenges?
Challenge is definitely getting out to, as many shows as I'd like to go to, just because of the distance. It takes a while to get there. Advantages, I think, as I said, this is where I've lived my entire life of dogs is in Zone 12. So I know a lot of the members, and there's a lot of really, really dedicated, good people in this zone that um, if you need something done, they'll step up and do it for you. So I was really encouraged with the responses I was getting when I, kind of reached out to some people saying, what do you think about me running? And what do you think our zone needs? And the answers were, it was overwhelming, the response that I got. So the people probably are the best part.
And would you say, because I was about to ask you, why did you want to run for the board of directors? Why did you want to represent your zone? Was it to better serve the people in your region and their
Well,
dogs?
it's obviously definitely one of them, but I think the main it's kind of a cute little story. I've been wanting to do something as far as giving back to the sport for quite a while. It's, as I said, it's been a hobby that I've been involved in my whole entire life, and I'm 57 now. I'm retired, and I started thinking, what can I do to give back? And I was actually laying in bed one night reading the CKC bylaws, one of the bylaws, and or the pamphlet, the bylaw pamphlet, and my email messenger went off, and it was the email that CKC had sent out announcing the resignation of our previous director. And I was like, okay, Mom, is that the message that you're sending to me, that I should be running now? And so that's what I did. I thought, people are giving me signs, so I better step up. And that's the main reason I did. As far as running to represent the region, I think our region needs a voice. We're as I said, a very large region, and we need somebody that can go to head office and speak for us. And I'm a pretty vocal girl, so if you talk to any of my friends, I can be very vocal. So I thought, why not? I'll see if it'll work out.
That's wonderful because you got a sign and you were like, "Yep, let's do this," and it was the right thing to do because you were elected.
Yeah.
Um, when it comes to your region, are there any events that go on in your region of the interior BC and Yukon that you look forward to every year?
Well, of course, my own local club. I'm a member of the Burns or the Lakes District Kennel Club. We hold a show every year in Burns Lake, BC. It's four days, two limited entry shows each day. So that's probably my the event that I most look forward to. As far as other shows, I try to get to as many shows as I can a year. In the next year, I've been made aware that we have a 50th anniversary coming up for the Cranbrook and District Kennel Club, which will be very exciting. I'm excited to go down and represent CKC and work with that club in celebrating this milestone. So, I think every club, I don't think it's particular to one show other than my own local club, because I know every club, the members work really hard to put on the shows, and they're very dedicated members, and I think it's a blessing to be able to get to any show you can because of that.
Absolutely. Now, you mentioned the Cranbrook show and certain shows, the anniversary show for the Cranbrook show that you're looking forward to. Is there any goals you have for the next year? Anything you really plan on doing or would really like to do?
Right. I think because I've been elected, was a by-election, and the next elections come up again in the new year. I think one of my main goals right now is just to kind of learn the flow and the processes of the board, and what my actual duties will be. In the long term, I definitely will hope to run and be elected again for the 3-year term. And my long-term goal, another reason why I actually ran, is because I'm very interested in making CKC more public, more visible in the eyes of the general public. I think right now we have so much coming at us from, you know, the animal rights organizations and different areas coming at us, that if you talk to the average layperson about purebred dogs, you get negative response from them. And I want to change that directive. I want people to understand and be educated on what owning, buying, all that sort of stuff, having a purebred dog actually means.
Absolutely. That sounds wonderful. And it's very important that we do that. And Tammy, in closing, can you let us know how the members in your region can get in touch with you?
Absolutely. So my email, zone12director@ckc.ca, is probably the first line to reach out to me. I've got that separated from my regular email, so I'll get your message right away. I'm on Facebook as well. I've started a group on Facebook for Zone 12, and it's CKC Zone 12 CKC Director Tammy Luethje. My regular account on Facebook as well. You can reach out and I can have you join that, or the old telephone. You can give me a shout on my phone, which is 250-632-1852.
That sounds awesome. Tammy, welcome and congratulations on being elected the Zone 12 Director. We look forward to working with you for the rest of your term and hopefully more.
Yes, I hope so too. Thank you so much, Ian.